All right, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Good to see you today. I hope you all are doing well. My name is John Fajardo. We will go into our mat Pilates class for today. First, we will just come to the center of our mat, feet hip width distance apart, just warming up the ankles and the feet. So palms, arms can just kind of lay down. So plumb line is nice and stacked. So plumb line meaning the ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and an ankle alignment. Okay, we'll just shift a little bit forward, bringing the weight towards our feet, front of the feet, front of the toes, and then just shifting it back to the heels. Shifting it forward, and then shifting it back, and noticing that you're really just keeping that plumb line the same. For 3, good, bring it back, forward, 2, bring it back, lean a little bit back into it, good, lift the toes up if you can, last 1, heels go up a little, and then come back, then heels, the weight of the body is in the heels, toes come up, and then we'll stop in the center and just finding that even point where there's even weight distributed even all over the foot. Okay, now we're just gonna get a little bit of a ankle, some mobility in the ankle. So on your inhale, you'll lift up off the heels. Good, trying to get as high as you can on top of the balls of the feet. Then exhale, lower it down. Lift it up high, good, and lower down, good. And just notice that the plumb line is pretty much the same, right from the ears, shoulders, hips, and knees and ankles, coming up, lowering down for 4, and you just go to your range. You know, everybody's range is very different. 2, good, last 1. Good. And everybody cracks a little different, as I'm sure you can hear. So we're gonna do things on the wrists today. So we're just gonna do a little bit of openers for our wrists and for our shoulders. So we'll start with coming down in the all fours position. Okay, coming down in the all fours position, you just wanna make sure that your wrists are stacked right over your elbows are stacked right over your shoulders. Spread the fingers out nice and wide. Okay, and we're just gonna shift our weight over so that your shoulders are right over the wrists and your hips are right over your knees. So it's a 90-degree angle. If you can, keep the feet nice and flat, top of the feet nice and flat. Okay, we're just gonna go into a little circles to the side. So come out to the right, come a little bit over, come to the left. Good, come back a little. Good, and you're just finding that little circular motion, opening up the wrists, putting a little weight distribution all over on the wrists, feeling that the fingers are nice and planted, okay, and that you're pressing each finger into the mat so it's having good feedback, okay? We're gonna finish this last one. As we finish that last one, we come to the center, we'll go the opposite way. So we'll go now left, a little bit forward, right, come a little bit back, and just notice that your hips are staying right over your knees. So we're really not focused on sinking the hips back. We're really trying to be mindful of keeping that weight on the front of the hands and in the wrist so we can open them up. Last 2, good. Circle on back, complete circle, good. Last 1. As you finish up that circle, just meet in the center. Good, neutral spine, okay. Push yourself back, come into a child's pose if you would like, reaching your arms out. And we'll come back up, slowly lifting up the spine, little cat here. Good, going right back into some wrist circles. We're gonna turn the wrists out to the side, and we're just gonna shift back and forth. Just a little back, a little forth. And so sometimes we don't really realize how tight the forearms can be. We use our hands for so many things. So it's just helpful to kind of just like warm up the hands, check it in, and just even have the weight a little bit on the hands. Okay, last 3, 2, last 1, shake it on out. Okay, the last round, last opening of the wrist. You're gonna bring your hands kind of like facing up, palms will face up. And again, we're just gonna push a little bit back. This is when you will sink the hips, and you can kind of feel that stretch on the top of the forearm, on the top of the wrist. And then you'll bring it up a little, and you just go to where your range is. Everybody's range will be a little bit different. If it's a little bit too much on the wrist, you can always have just the first knuckle on, and then you sink back a little bit. Then you come up a little bit, and you sink back. But if you have that range, you can place the top of the hand on the mat for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up, shake it on out. Really good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, lie down on our back, just warming up the abdomens now. So if you notice, we started with the lower body, we're warming up the legs, okay, warming up the wrists. Today will be full body. Okay, so now we'll warm up the abdomen, so lying down nice and flat. Good, finding a comfortable position. Okay, you'll engage the core, bend your right knee up to tabletop. Good, bend your left knee up to tabletop. Bring your arms up toward the ceiling. Okay, engage your core. Good, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, tap your right toe toward the floor. Bring it on up. Left foot. Bring it on up. Notice that as you tap, keep going. Notice as you tap, your toe doesn't necessarily need to come to the floor. You just go as low as you can keep your lower back on the floor. Keep going. Good. Arms stay up. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring your right leg up, hold it up. Bring the left leg up, hold it up. Now we'll do the opposite arm and opposite leg. So left arm goes down, right leg goes down. Bring the core in. Now right hand, right arm, left leg. Pull the abdomen in. And keep going. And you want to make it nice and controlled. So one of the Pilates principles is about that control. Another one is about the coordination. So you're coordinating as the limbs are moving away from you. You're using your breath. Keeping that lower back on the floor. 4, 3, 2. Good. Last one. Finish it up. Let the feet come down. Let your arms come down. Rest here. We're going to go into teaser prep. So teaser prep on the floor. I'm going to first do a single leg, then we'll do a double leg together. So single leg, just so you have variations, you have some options to just try out as we transition into full teaser. But first, left leg will stay down. It will be bent. Right leg will come out. Okay, I like to bring my foot out just a little bit longer sometimes just to get those first 2 in. So you'll take an inhale. Good, you'll exhale, you'll curl yourself up. Good, hold it up and then lower down. Okay, so you can do the variation with your leg up, or you can bring your leg up as you bring your body up. Take an inhale. Good, exhale, pull yourself up. Good, chest stays lifted. Good, and then gradually come on down, okay? So that's the single leg. I'm gonna do the other side just to keep it even. Okay, left leg will go down, arms are down, set up the breath, take an inhale. Good, exhale, arms come out, arms come up. Good, try to push into the floor, curl up. Good, and then slowly come on down. Okay, now we can do our double legs, but we'll do bent knees. Okay, so bent knees will be kind of flat, arms will be up. Okay, the feet can be side by side or together. You take an inhale. Good, you exhale, curl yourself up, pull yourself up. Good, hold yourself up, chest stays lifted. Good, arms are out. Abdomen is in. You're kind of right on your sit bone. You're right on your coccyx, right at the tailbone. Okay, take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down, keeping the knees bent, arms come down, rest here. So you decide how you want to do either a single leg or double leg. I'm going to do double leg teasers prep. Just if you are doing single leg, you'll have to keep track of which side you're on. We'll do 4 sets of this. I'm going to do double leg. So we'll take an inhale. Good. Exhale. Curl up. Yep. Use momentum if you need to. That's no problem. Yep. So that's 1. We'll lower down. Try to lower down with control. Single or double leg. I like to bring the arms out and add that little scoop. We'll set it up. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Curl up. Good. Stay lifted. Chest is lifted. Abdomen is strong. Lower down. Good. 2 more. Good. Use the momentum as you need. And then as you're up, hold and squeeze. If you can, try to keep your heels the same line as your knees. So notice if they're not sinking below. Try to keep them up. Good. 3. Good. Lower down. This is that last one. Big inhale. Good. Exhale. And let's curl up. Good. Last one. Hold it. Good. If you're feeling strong here and you have both legs out, could you reach both legs up? Good. Chest stays lifted. Arms are up. Nice and strong. Bend the knees. Good. And then roll on back. Try to control it on the way back. Good. Just rest here. Okay. We're going to add the full teaser. Okay. So that was the teaser's prep just to get the core connected. Also just to kind of get your mind set up of like, okay, this is what we're doing. Okay. So full teaser. Okay, arms will come out to the side, legs are long. If teaser prep felt really good to you, you keep going with it. Okay, but we're just gonna add a little bit here. So arms will come out, good. Take an inhale, good. Pull the legs together, curl your head up, your chest up. Now lift the legs, good. Lift up, come up, hold it up, good. Both legs come up, chest stays lifted. You have to fight for it. It is a hard one. Good. Lower down, nice and controlled. Arms and legs go together. Good. Okay, we're just gonna do 2 more. Arms come out. Take an inhale. Good. Curl your head and your chest up. Then let the legs lift. Arms lift. Same time. Good. Stay strong. Good. Breathing, shoulders away from your ears. Look at the toes. Hold it for 3, 2. Lower down, nice and controlled. 3, 2, 1. Relax here. One last one. Good. Gather the strength. Take an inhale. Good. Exhale, curl up. Now we'll hold it up here. Good. Could we just lower the legs? And lift the legs. Lower the legs, lift the legs. Okay, now let's do the arms and the legs. Little lower, a little lift. A little lower, a little lift. If you're doing single, you can do the same thing with single leg. 2, good. And 1, hold it up at the top. Lower down, nice and controlled. Whew, and rest. Really good. Okay, we're gonna go turn to our side. Core is warmed up. We're gonna go to our side for our sideline series. Sideline series, you can have the head propped up like here. Okay, you can also always have the head lying down, nice and relaxed. Okay, I'm actually gonna have my head propped up a little bit. Try to pick up your rib cage. Okay, just so you have a little bit of a distance between the mat and your rib cage. Okay, we're just gonna do our single leg kicks. So flex your top leg, top foot, we bring it forward, then we hover. And so notice that the feet don't touch, and you wanna keep it nice and smooth. So it goes forward and goes back. I'm keeping my top hand on the mat. Okay, if you wanna add a little bit more, you bring your top hand to your hip. Okay, you can always keep your hand on the mat and just notice that you can have like just the fingers touch, the whole hand touch. We have 3 more, and 2, and 1, and lower that down. We're gonna lie on our stomach, so head will face forward, arms will face forward. We're gonna go into our swimmers, but first just starting with swimmers prep. So what we call kind of like superhumans. Arms are out, legs are strong, eyes will look at the mat. Take an inhale, lift up, and then lower and hover. So don't let the body come all the way down. Inhale, lift. Good. Lower, hover. Inhale, lift. And legs can be together or separate, and then hover. One more, lift. Good, and hover. Okay, so that's kind of those superhumans that we support with the posterior chain. If those feel good to you and you've tried swimmers and you don't really kind of doesn't feel good to coordinate it, you can always just go back to the superhumans. Okay, but we're gonna start with our swimmers today. Summer, of course. So we'll take an inhale, lift on up. Okay, you lift on up and you hold it, and now you move your right hand and left leg. Good. And then left hand, right leg. And you just start a little slow and controlled. But just notice that you're really reaching with your toes and you're really reaching with your fingertips. Yep, so it doesn't have to be a fast movement. Yep, actually slower. It's kind of right to that Pilates principles of that control and of course the coordination. Also really good for the brain to be moving the limbs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rest here, take a few minutes. Okay, whenever you are ready, you can push yourself back if you would like to do just a child's pose or a nice cat rounded. That was some extension, so you want to go into a cat, move your hips, okay, move your shoulders, just really whatever feels good. And you might be thinking now, like, okay, why did we do all that things that with the wrists in the beginning? And this is why we did it. So we're gonna do pull downs, and then we're gonna do some pull ups. So you're gonna find yourself in kind of like a high plank, but you can always do this on your knees. Okay, so this is what it would be on the knees. So the knees are the lowest point, top of the head is the highest point. Okay, I'm gonna show you to you on your toes, just because that's kind of how it's done traditionally. Okay, shoulders are nice and stacked, abdomen is squeezed. You lift your right leg up, you hold, lower your right leg down, lift your left leg up, hold, lower down. Good, keep going. Right, squeeze your right glute, lower your right leg down, left. So I'm just also showing it on the knees. Yep, so it's just more accessible. And lower. We'll do one more each side. Right. And left. Core is strong. Left leg down. Go ahead. Come off of your wrist. Just roll it on back. Relax your head. Shake the wrist out, move the wrist, whatever feels good for you. Okay, now we're gonna do our pull-ups. So pull-ups are I'm gonna just stay on this side of the mat, just because just a little bit easier to kind of show y'all. And so this is where you have options. I'm gonna show you kind of how it's traditionally done. You do turn your fingers towards you, okay? But if this wrist mobility is just not accessible for you, you can have your wrist turned out. You can have your palms, wrist turned, your fingers toward away from you, okay? The most important thing to think about is that your shoulders are away from your ears. You wanna have really good posture, really good strength by pushing away. I'm just going to do it the traditional way. I do have the wrist mobility, so I'll just show it to you. So you take an inhale. You exhale, you lift the hips up. You hold the hips up nice and strong, shoulders away from your ears. Good. Engage the core. Now you bring your right leg up. Lower down. Left leg. Lower down. Good. Hold. Lower down. Good. If you have this position, keep going. If you need to switch your wrists, you can always sink back. Keep going. I'm just going to show it to you from your elbows. Way you can do it. Hips stay lifted. Okay. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Go ahead. Shake it out. Move your upper body. Okay. We're going to go into leg circles. So leg circles, similar with the wrists. You can have the wrists different ways. I do like to keep my wrists out. For the leg circles, traditionally they're kind of turned out back away from you, but I'm gonna have mine turned to the side. Okay, so you kind of lean back a little bit. You pick the legs up. Okay, you pick the legs up. You can always have the knees bent. I'm gonna show it to you with the legs long. Okay, so you go toward the side, you exhale, pick it up. You keep going same side, to the side, you pick it up. Here it is with the knees. You go to the side, good, you exhale, good. As you finish that circle, that's where you strongly exhale. We'll do 2 more like that. To the side, exhale, 1 more. To the side. Okay, we go to the other side right away. To the side, exhale, pick the legs up. Good. Bend the knees if you need to. As you bend the knees, try to keep the heels in close to your glutes. 2 more. And rest. Rest here. Very good. Okay, we're going to transition to the other side, okay, of our sideline series. So transitioning to our sideline series, doing the other side with those leg kicks. So again, find that position that you like, that feels good for you. Propped up, lying down. Okay, this side, I'm going to have the head propped up. Again, do try to make space between. Don't kick over your water bottle. Do make sure, yes, the environment is clear of objects, and then try to pick up your rib cage. Okay, again, top of the hand can be on the floor. You can hover the feet. Make sure you hover your top foot. Again, and then it just comes out, kicks, and then you bring it back. And kicks, then you bring it back. Good. If you want, hand can come to the top of the hip. Got 3 more. 2. Good. Last one. And rest. Go ahead, bring yourself down. Good. Just let your head rest there. All right. As you're ready and when you are ready, good. You can push yourself up to a seated position. Okay, we did some upper body, some core. If you would like, you can bring yourself into a seated position, crisscrossed, or legs out nice and long. You bring your right hand toward the mat. Left arm will come up, comes over. Good. Reaching over, bringing your right shoulder away from your ear. Chin is forward. Just take a big inhale and exhale. If you have the range, bring your left hand towards your mat. Move your right hand back. Good. Get a little spine twist. Just go to where you can. Good. And as you find a spot where either your hand can meet or if it's slightly floating, do your best to take an inhale. Good, and exhale, try to breathe deeper. Good, 2 more. Good, 1 more. Good, left arm comes up, comes over. Good, left arm comes down, right arm comes up. Good, as your right arm comes up, you can slide the left hand down just so you can get a little bit more range. Move your right shoulder away from your ear, left shoulder away from your ear. Take a big inhale through that rib cage. Exhale. As you're ready, bring your right hand down toward the floor or towards your knee. If you have a block, you can always put a block there. Good, taking a nice inhale and an exhale. Good, 2 more. Good, last one. Good, bring your right arm over your head. Good, left arm comes down. Roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders forward. Bring your chin towards your chest. Slowly just lift the chin towards your right shoulder. Let the gaze lift up. Slowly bring your chin back towards your right shoulder. Chin toward the center. Chin towards your left. Slowly lifting the gaze up toward the ceiling above you. And then let it roll back nice and slow. Good. As you're ready, chin comes toward the center. And we are done for the day. Thank you all so much for coming. And I will see you guys next Monday. Have a great week. Thank you.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
Through the bag. Go. That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again. Keep working hard. You did awesome.